You wake up, but you don't really feel awake. The alarm is ringing. You know you should get up, but your body feels heavy, like you're carrying an invisible weight. The world outside keeps moving, but you feel stuck. The simplest things, brushing your teeth, replying to a text, even getting out of bed, feel overwhelming. And the worst part? No one seems to understand. Just get up. Just push through. Just be positive. But if it were that easy, you would have done it already, right? Here's the truth. Depression doesn't just steal your happiness. It steals your motivation. Not because you're lazy or weak, but because your brain is working against you. But what if I told you, motivation isn't something you wait for? It's something you create. You know what you need to do. You've told yourself 100 times, just start, just get up, just do something. But nothing happens, and the longer you sit there, the worse it feels. It's not just in your head. There's a biological reason why motivation feels impossible when you're depressed. Your brain runs on a chemical called dopamine. Think of it like the fuel in your car. It's what drives motivation, focus, and pleasure. When something excites you, like a text from a friend, the smell of fresh coffee, or even checking off a task, your brain releases dopamine. That dopamine gives you energy. It makes you want to do more. But when you're depressed, your brain's dopamine system slows down. Suddenly, things that used to excite you, music, hobbies, even food, don't feel rewarding anymore. Your brain isn't broken, it's just running on low fuel. And when your tank is empty, everything, every little thing, feels exhausting. And the good news? You can refill your tank, but not all at once. Not with one big change. You start small, really small, because motivation doesn't come before action. It comes after it, one tiny step at a time. When you're struggling with depression, even the smallest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. Your brain tells you, I need to clean the whole house. But just thinking about it makes you want to shut down. Here's the mistake most people make. They set the bar too high. And when the task feels impossible, your brain shuts down. So instead of doing something, you do nothing. So what's the solution? Shrink the goal. Make it so small that your brain can't say no. Instead of clean the house, start with pick up one sock. Instead of go to the gym, just put on your sneakers. Instead of reply to emails, just open your inbox. That's it. Nothing more. When you complete even the tiniest task, your brain releases a small amount of dopamine. And dopamine is the fuel that drives motivation. One tiny action makes the next one easier. It's like a domino effect. It's not about forcing yourself to do big things. It's about tricking your brain into momentum. The hardest part of any task is starting. But once you start, even with the tiniest action, your brain shifts from resistance to momentum. So next time your brain tells you, I don't have the energy to do this, shrink the goal. Make it so small that you can't fail. Because success, even tiny success, creates motivation. Scientists have proven that physical activity releases endorphins, your brain's natural painkillers. It reduces stress hormones like cortisol. Even the smallest physical movement sends a signal to your nervous system that says, I am not stuck. I am in control. And here's the trick. You don't need motivation to move, but moving creates motivation. Movement doesn't have to be a workout. It can be the teeniest thing. Stretching your fingers, tapping your foot, swaying side to side. But each time you move, your body wakes up just a little more. And little by little, that heaviness starts to lift. And if you can, step outside, even if it's just to stand at your front door. Sunlight is a natural antidepressant. It helps regulate your sleep, boosts your mood, and reminds you that the world is still here, waiting for you. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be something. Because even the smallest movement is proof that you are not stuck. You are capable of moving forward. When you're depressed, isolation feels like the safest place. Socializing feels exhausting. Even answering a simple text can seem like too much, so you withdraw. You cancel plans. You stop responding. And soon, the silence around you grows heavier. But here's the painful paradox. The more you isolate, the worse it gets. Because depression thrives in silence. It convinces you that no one cares, that you're a burden, that it's better to be alone. But that's a lie. Your brain is wired for connection. Human interaction, no matter how small, releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It reduces stress, lowers cortisol, and signals to your nervous system that you're safe. And the good news? You don't need to have a full conversation. You don't need to explain everything. Just one message can break the cycle. Hey, I've been thinking about you. Hope you're doing okay? I miss you. That's it, because reaching out, even in the smallest way, reminds you that you're not alone. And sometimes, that's enough to shift your entire day. If talking feels like too much, just exist near people. Sit in a cafe. Take a walk in a park. Go to a bookstore. You don't have to say a word. Your brain will still register the connection. And if people feel overwhelming, connect in other ways. Call someone just to hear their voice. Spend time with a pet. Even watching a video of someone speaking with kindness can remind your brain what connection feels like. You're so lazy. Why can't you just be normal? You'll never get better. If someone you loved was struggling, would you talk to them like this? Would you call them lazy? Would you tell them they're failing? Of course not. So why do we talk to ourselves this way? Your brain believes what you tell it. The more you repeat something, I'm not good enough, I'll never change, the more those thoughts become your reality. But just like negative thoughts shape your brain, so do positive ones. And no, I'm not talking about fake positivity. I'm talking about small shifts in how you speak to yourself. Instead of, I'm failing, try, I'm struggling, but I'm trying. Instead of, I can't do this, try, I can take one small step. Instead of, I'll never get better, try, healing isn't linear, and that's okay. At first, it feels strange, maybe even ridiculous. But every time you choose a kinder thought, you rewire your brain. You create new neural pathways. You start to believe a new story about yourself. Because the way you talk to yourself matters. You don't have to love yourself overnight. But what if you could just be on your own side? You took a small step, and then another. And maybe for the first time in a long time, something shifted. Just a little. Not every day will feel like progress. Some days the weight will still be there. Some days you'll take one step forward and 2 steps back. And that's okay. Because healing isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up, even if it takes time, even if you do it slowly, even if you have to start over again and again. And one day you'll look back and realize those tiny, insignificant steps, they weren't insignificant at all. They were everything. So here's my question for you. What's one small step you can take today? Just one. Because that step might be the beginning of everything. If this message helped you, if you've been where I was, drop a comment. Let's remind each other that none of us are in this alone.